Hello students, today we are going to start with a new chapter, that is sound. Before starting with this chapter, I would like to discuss about waves. What are waves? Waves are the periodic disturbances. Waves are periodic disturbances. And when we are studying about sound, we are studying sound in context with vibrations, because every time we are saying sound is produced when vibrations are produced. Because of vibrations only sound can be produced. I hope you have done this concept in your previous class. So whenever we are talking about vibrations, we need to understand about this term, that is periodic disturbance, because vibrations or waves, these are the periodic disturbances, means the disturbance of the particles after a regular interval of time, that we are talking here as periodic disturbance. Generally, when we are talking about waves, generally we are discussing about two types of waves. First is mechanical wave and second is electromagnetic waves. Up to our 10th standard, we are talking about these concepts: mechanical waves and electromagnetic waves. Mechanical waves are those waves with those periodic disturbances which needs material medium to travel. That means material medium is necessity to travel these kind of waves from one point to another point. Okay, so mechanical waves are the waves which need material medium to travel. For example, if I am talking about the wave is to be transferred from A to B, it has to travel from A to B. Then from this A to B, material medium is required over here. Then only these mechanical waves can be moved from A to B. Otherwise, they are not able to move from point A to B. Whereas electromagnetic waves are the waves which do not need material medium to travel. Material medium means particles, dust particles, gases. They do not need this kind of material medium to travel. Okay, that means if this is a point A, this is a point B, and if we are talking about electromagnetic waves, if vacuum is here, then only these waves can be transferred from A to B. Now, what are the examples to understand this mechanical and electromagnetic waves? When we are talking about sound waves are the part of mechanical waves. These are the types of mechanical waves. So example for this is, I can say this is sound wave. Sound wave is the example of mechanical waves. That means sound wave is a type of wave which need material medium to travel. If material medium is not there, sound is not able to propagate from one point to another point. Okay, whereas for this we can write down light waves are the example of magnetic waves. X-rays, ultraviolet rays, these are the example of electromagnetic waves. Light waves means what? If we are talking about light which is coming from the sun, the light which is coming from the sun that do not need any material medium to travel, वो space में से आ रही है, vacuum में से भी आ रही है, still that light is able to reach over here. That means no material medium is required for that. So for mechanical waves, I am again repeating it, mechanical waves are the waves which need material medium to travel, and sound is that kind of wave. It needs material medium to travel. Whereas when we are talking about electromagnetic waves, these are the waves which do not need material medium to travel. Without the presence of material medium, the waves can transfer from one point to another point. So two examples I have given you. I have given you these two examples because you have learnt about these two things. So that is easy to connect you कि मैं किस wave के बारे में बात कर रही हूँ. Okay, so in this chapter we are going to study about this sound wave. That means we are going to study about mechanical waves, a type of mechanical wave we are going to study. That's why I have given you this introduction for this chapter. Okay, so now we are going to start with this concept, this sound wave. What are the sound waves, or what is sound basically? Sound is a form of energy. Sound is a form of energy which causes sensation of hearing which causes sensation of hearings. Means because of this type of energy we are able to hear the things. But if I want to explain this term little bit, how can I explain it? I can say sound is a form of energy. This I know about it, is a form of energy. What else I can talk about sound? As per your previous knowledge, you studied that how sound is produced. It is produced because of vibrations. So you can write sound is produced due to vibrations. When a body vibrates, then only sound can be heard. That means sound is produced because of vibrations. And third one is sound needs material medium to travel. That also you have studied last year. Sound needs material medium to travel. Now I am going to combine all these to get a definition, a proper definition of sound. So how can I combine it? Sound is a periodic disturbance. Sound is a periodic disturbance. Why I am writing it as periodic disturbance? Because I am saying sound is produced due to vibrations, and vibrations are what? Vibrations are periodic disturbances. So sound is a periodic disturbance. अब उससे क्या होता है? Sound is a periodic disturbance which travels in the form of waves, in the form of waves in a material medium and transfers energy from one point to another point without being in contact with each other. What is the meaning of this statement which I have written over here? Let us understand that. This is the same thing which we have discussed in above 3 points. I am saying sound is a periodic disturbance. Yes, this is correct, because we are saying sound is produced when vibrations are there. So it is a periodic disturbance which travels in the form of waves. Everybody is aware sound travels in the form of waves. Where it is traveling? In a material medium. Sound needs material medium to travel. That is also correct. And what it is doing? It is transferring energy, because we are saying sound is a form of energy. So it transfers energy. कहाँ से कहाँ transfer करता है? From one point to another point without being in contact with each other. What is the meaning of this? Suppose this is a point A, this is a point B. And I am saying the energy is transferred in the form of sound waves. This way, the energy is transferred from point A to point B. But actually these 2 points are not in contact with each other. These are not placed together. These are not in contact with each other. One is over here, another is at a distance. Because of the material medium present over here, this sound energy is transferred from point A to B in the form of waves. So this is all what I have written about sound. So sound basically is a periodic disturbance which travels in the form of waves. It is traveling in the form of waves and transfers energy. It transfers energy from A to B through material medium, and it is transferring energy from this point to this point without being these 2 points in contact with each other. So this is what we can find out with the help of these 3 statements about the sound. So this is all about sound. So now in this chapter, what else we are going to study? In this chapter we are going to talk about 3 main characteristic properties of the sound, due to which we are able to differentiate different kinds of sound. Okay, we are going to talk about 3 characteristic properties. And what are these characteristic properties? The first characteristic property is loudness. the second is pitch, and third is quality. With the help of these three characteristic properties of the sound, we are able to distinguish different kinds of sound. Different kinds of sound means how the sound of two person different from each other, how the sound of two instrument different from each other. So this kind of difference we can find out after reading these three characteristic properties of the sound. So what are the properties? Characteristic properties of sound are: one is loudness, second is pitch, and third is quality. Now we are going to study all these three one by one. Let us start with this loudness. What is loudness? Loudness is the characteristic property of sound because of which we are able to find out a difference between a loud sound and a soft sound. कौन सा साउंड लाउड है और कौन सा साउंड सॉफ्ट है. आई एम यूजिंग दीज टू वर्ड्स ओनली एंड यू हैव to concentrate on these two words only. We are going to differentiate between two types of sound, loud sound and soft sound, with the help of this characteristic property of sound that is known as loudness. So how can you define it? It is the characteristic property of sound due to which a loud sound is differentiated from a soft sound. What are the examples of these loud sound and soft sound? When you are going to pluck a rubber string, if you are plucking it very softly, then, or you can say very slowly, then a soft sound is produced. And when you are plucking that same rubber string with a larger force, that time a loud sound is produced. So this is the basic difference between loudness, or how a loud sound is differ from a soft sound. Now when we are talking about this term loudness, we need to understand 2-3 more things. What are these? Now these are, first one, sound travels as longitudinal waves. First we need to understand is the sound waves. When we are talking about traveling of sound waves in air, the sound waves travel as longitudinal waves in air. Now what is the meaning of longitudinal waves here? Longitudinal waves are those waves in which the particles of the medium, they are traveling in the same direction as that of wave propagation. Wave propagation means, suppose this is the wave which is produced and this is representing your sound wave, and this wave is going in this direction. That means this is the direction of wave propagation. If the particles of the medium after vibration, when they are vibrated, after vibration, if they are also vibrating in this direction, अगर suppose ये एक particle है, ये एक particle है, और ये किसी वजह से यहाँ से hit हो गया and it will come into vibration, instead of going this and this way, if the particles will start going in this direction and then coming back and then going back in the same direction, means this is the direction of wave propagation. The wave is moving in this direction and the particles of the medium, they are also going in the same direction. So in that situation, the wave is known as longitudinal wave. I'm again saying, when the direction of motion of particles is same as that of the direction of motion of wave, or we can say when the particles are moving in the same direction as that of wave propagation. Wave propagation का मतलब waves का आगे चलना, move करना. जिस direction में आपकी waves चल रही हैं, अगर medium के particle भी उसी direction में जाते हैं, then the waves are known as longitudinal waves. And when we are talking about sound waves in air, they are behaving as longitudinal waves. This is the first thing which we need to understand. Now second thing, few terms are there which are are related to sound waves. Basically, three terms which we need to understand are: first is amplitude, second is time period, and third one is frequency. Let us talk about amplitude. To make you clear about these three terms, I have drawn this graph. This graph is representing displacement and time of a sound wave. This I am representing a sound wave. Okay, so amplitude is what? Amplitude is the maximum displacement shown by the wave by the sound wave, by the wave on either side of its mean position. Do you understand? What do you understand by mean position? Mean position means initial position. Initially the waves starts from this position. Okay, so this line is representing the mean position of the wave. Okay, mean position of the particles. When we are talking about amplitude, the maximum displacement shown by the wave, maximum distance covered by the wave, इधर गया और वापस इधर आया, तो यहाँ तक maximum कितना गया? This peak is representing the maximum displacement, and when it is coming back and it is going down, so this dip is representing the maximum displacement. So from this mean position, the maximum displacement on the either side, इधर और इधर जितना भी maximum displacement हुआ, that is known as amplitude. So as we are saying, this is the maximum displacement, that means we are talking about a distance, means this amplitude is measured in meter. Okay, this is the distance traveled by particles, maximum distance traveled by particles on the either side of the mean position. Suppose आपका ये mean position है, तो यहाँ से particle maximum कितना इधर आया, कितना उधर चले गया. If this is the mean position, how much the particle is going in upward and maximum downward direction. So that is known as amplitude, and this is denoted by small a. Okay, the second thing is time period. Time period is the time taken by wave to complete one oscillation. I hope you people are aware about oscillation. Oscillation is one complete to and fro motion. अगर हम बात करते हैं वन कंप्लीट टू एंड फ्रो मोशन, यहां से ऑब्जेक्ट करता है ये कितना, ये पूरा एक यहां से स्टार्ट करेंगे, गो this and then coming back. This is one complete to and fro motion, that is known as one oscillation. So how much time is taken by wave to complete one oscillation? If we are representing here it on the graph, so the wave starts from here, it goes up, then comes down, then goes down, then comes back. So means this is the same position, this is the time when it comes back to the original position. Okay, so this is representing one complete wave. एक बार वो ऊपर गया, फिर वो वापस पूरा नीचे आया और वापस से अपनी इनिशियल पोजीशन पर आ गया, because this is the point which is representing, or this line is representing the initial or mean position. So this complete is representing one wave till here, this complete is representing one wave till here. So time taken to complete one wave, this is known as time period of the wave. Okay, and it is denoted by small t. Somewhere in few of the books it is written by capital T. So this time period, it is the time taken, that means it is denoted in seconds, and it is represented by capital T. Next is frequency. Frequency is total number of oscillations done in 1 second. In 1 second. That is known as its frequency. I am saying suppose it starts from here, ये यहाँ से गया, यहाँ से गया, यहाँ से गया, यहाँ से गया, यहाँ तक आया और इतनी देर में क्या हो गया आपका 1 second time is completed. ओके, इट्स नॉट नेसेसरी कि यहाँ कर 1 हो, यहाँ भी 1 सेकेंड हो सकता है, यहाँ भी 1 सेकेंड होता है. इफ 1 सेकेंड ओवर्स ओवर हियर, इतनी देर में ये वाली सारी वेव्स हो चुकी हैं, देन व्हाट इज द टोटल नंबर ऑफ वेव्स? टोटल नंबर ऑफ वेव्स रिप्रेजेंटेड ओवर हियर इज, दैट इज गिवन बाय this one complete wave and half this wave. So total number of waves are 1.5 wave. Suppose when you are observing the time, so till here only 1 second completes, then what is the total number of waves in this? That is 1/2. Only half wave is completed in 1 second. So what is the total number of oscillations in 1 second shown by the sound waves? That is known as its frequency. Okay, this frequency is denoted by small f. and it is measured in hertz. This is the SI unit to measure frequency, that is known as hertz, H-E-R-T-Z. And when we are talking about abbreviation for this, how are we denoting it? That is written by this H-Z. Hertz. This is given by hertz. Okay, so frequency is total number of oscillations in 1 second. That may be 1, that may be less than 1, that may be more than 1, that may be 2, that may be 3. It depends how many oscillations, और आपका जो wave है वो कितना जल्दी जल्दी move कर रहा है, it depends on that. Time taken by wave to complete one oscillation. How much time is taken by the wave to complete one oscillation? That may be 1 minute, that may be 1 second, that may be half second, that may be anything. So that time taken to complete one oscillation is time period. Amplitude is the maximum displacement on the either side of the mean position by the wave, that is known as its amplitude. Now after reading all these terms, now we can come back to our part, that is loudness. We were discussing about the characteristic property of sound, that is loudness, and in that loudness part, what I was telling you this loudness is dependent on few of the factors. And what are the factors which affects the loudness? Basically 4 factors are there, and the factors which are affecting loudness are factors affecting loudness. I told you that loudness is the characteristic property of sound that differentiate a loud sound from a soft sound. So what are the factors on which this loudness depends? The first factor is amplitude of the sound wave. How it depends? Loudness is directly proportional to square of amplitude. I hope you all are aware about amplitude now. Amplitude is the maximum displacement of the sound wave on the either side of its mean position. Okay, so loudness is directly proportional to amplitude square. Means if more will be the amplitude of the sound, more will be the loudness. This is a graph representing this sound wave. Okay, suppose this value is 1, this value is -1 because it is on the other side, so we are writing it as negative. Same way I am going to draw another graph, and this time I am making it this way. This is another graph for another kind of sound. Now this is 2 and this is -2. So from here what can you interpret? The amplitude of this sound wave is 1. ये 1 है amplitude, और इसका amplitude कितना है? 2 है. माइनस इज नॉट इंक्लूडेड इन द कैलकुलेशन. माइनस का मतलब सिर्फ ये है, ये इसके दूसरी साइड काम कर रहा है. इसका मतलब ये नहीं ये 1 था, ये -1 हो गया, कैंसिल हो गया. नो, द वैल्यू इज 1 ओनली. माइनस का मतलब अभी पार्टिकल्स ऊपर मूव कर रहे थे तो उसके रिवर्स डायरेक्शन में जाएंगे. द रिवर्स डायरेक्शन इज शोइंग दिस माइनस साइन. ओके, सो एम्पलीट्यूड इन दिस वन इज 1 एंड इन दिस एम्पलीट्यूड इज 2. सो जिसमें डिस्प्लेसमेंट ज्यादा हुआ उसका एम्पलीट्यूड ज्यादा हो गया. व्हेन एम्पलीट्यूड इज मोर, दैट मींस लाउडनेस इज मोर. मींस इफ समबडी विल गिव you these two graph and ask you to identify कि किसका loudness ज्यादा है. So by looking on to the graph you can find out कि अगर ये आपका displacement show कर रहा है ये वाला part, that means this is representing your amplitude. And in whatever graph you are getting maximum amplitude, that means loudness is more, because amplitude square is directly proportional to loudness, or reverse you can say loudness is directly proportional to amplitude square. If mathematically someone will ask you if amplitude will be doubled, then how the loudness will be affected? Suppose initially the amplitude is A. Now the examiner is saying if amplitude will be doubled, how the loudness of the sound changes. If initially the amplitude is A, loudness is directly proportional to A square. I am writing it in equal form. Proportionality sign I am just removing just to make you understand it in better way. Okay, the examiner is saying the amplitude becomes twice, it doubles. Then what will be the value of loudness? Loudness will be, this will 2A square, then it will be what? 4A square, and loudness is directly proportional to A square. So this will become 4 times. What will become 4 times? Loudness will become 4 times now. Loudness will become 4 times because this factor is multiplied by 4. How can you write it? New loudness is L dash this is L dash. New loudness is equal to 4. This A square is equal to L into L. L is your previous loudness, means new loudness is 4 times than that of your previous loudness, right? By whatever factor your amplitude increases, उसका स्क्वायर हो जाएगा और loudness भी आपका increase करेगा. Example मैंने दिया है, suppose the examiner is saying that this amplitude will become 3 times. नया एम्पलीट्यूड आपका 3 गुना हो गया. देन हाउ कैन यू फाइंड आउट लाउडनेस? इनिशियल लाउडनेस इज इक्वल टू ए स्क्वायर. न्यू लाउडनेस सपोज दैट इज गिवन बाय ए डैश. न्यू लाउडनेस इज न्यू एम्पलीट्यूड क्या होगा आपका? दिस इज 3a whole square. This 3 square will be 9, a square will be a square only. So this L dash is equal to 9, L is equal to a square. So instead of a square I can write L here. So that means new loudness will be 9 times than that of your previous loudness. पिछली लाउडनेस के अब जो नई लाउडनेस है, अगर आपने एम्पलीट्यूड 3 टाइम्स किया है, सो न्यू लाउडनेस विल बी 9 टाइम्स. दिस वे यू कैन फाइंड आउट द फर्स्ट फैक्टर ऑन विच लाउडनेस डिपेंड्स, दैट इज amplitude. Okay, now coming on to the second factor. Second factor is distance of the listener from the source. Second is distance of listener from the source. From the source, which source we are talking about? The source which produces the sound. Okay, so how it depends? It is inversely proportional. More will be the distance between the listener and the source, lesser will be the loudness. How can you understand it? I hope you can understand it better way. During your assembly time, when your drum beat starts, the students, those who are at the ground floor, they are able to hear it loudly because source is the drum ही तो साउंड प्रोड्यूस कर रहा है, so that is acting as source, and the students on the first floor, they are acting as listeners. Okay, so the distance between them is less, that means loudness is more. Less distance, more loudness. The students, those who are at the top floor or third floor, fourth floor, the distance between the students, those who are listener at the top floor, and between the drum which is producing the sound, that increases now. And if the distance increases, तो आपको drum beats धीरे सुनाई देती हैं, the loudness decreases. I hope you can understand this now. So if more will be the distance between listener and source, lesser will be the loudness. If less will be the distance between the listener and the source, more will be the loudness. Okay, the third one is area of vibrating body. Third is area of vibrating body. Again, you can understand it with the same example. When you are talking about drums which are played during your assembly time, 2 type of drums you are playing there. One is your bass drum, जिससे आप army beats बजाते हो, and another one is congo. So if you आर एबल टू रिमाइंड इट, तो आपका जो बेस ड्रम है उसका साइज बहुत बड़ा होता है उसकी मेम्ब्रेन का, एंड जो आपके वो जो छोटे आपके ड्रम सेट्स होते हैं उनकी जो मेम्ब्रेन होती है वो छोटी छोटी होती है. सो आई एम राइटिंग हियर एरिया ऑफ वाइब्रेटिंग बॉडी. तो जो आपका बड़ा वाला ड्रम है जिससे आप आर्मी बीट्स बजाते हो, द एरिया ऑफ दैट ड्रम, द वाइब्रेटिंग बॉडी का मतलब है वो मेम्ब्रेन ड्रम के ऊपर वाली जो वाइब्रेट करती है जिसकी वजह से साउंड प्रोड्यूस होता है. सो द एरिया ऑफ दैट वाइब्रेटिंग बॉडी इज मोर, एंड द ड्रम इज प्रोड्यूसिंग loud sound as compared to your smaller drum sets. जो आपके छोटे वाले ड्रम सेट्स हैं जिससे आप कोंगो बीट्स बजाते हो, उनकी साउंड आपकी कम होती है, सॉफ्ट साउंड, as compared to your bigger drum, because in that bigger drum the vibrating body, the area of vibrating body is more, so more energy will be transferred, so a loud sound will be produced. Whereas in case of the another sets which have smaller membrane, a small energy is put forward, that means a soft sound is produced as compared to your another drum. So bass drum loud sound produce करता है, और जो छोटे कोंगो सेट्स वाले होते हैं they are able to produce soft sound as compared to your bigger drum. Okay, then the last one is sensitivity of the ears. Sensitivity of the ears of listener, जो सुन रहा है उसकी sensitivity. Okay, more will be the sensitivity, more will be the loudness. Lesser will be the sensitivity, lesser will be the loudness. अगर आपके कान बिल्कुल ठीक है, वो बहुत अच्छा सेंस कर पाते हैं, that means you are able to hear sound as proper one, that is louder one. कभी कभी क्या होता है, किसी को वो आवाज बहुत तेज लग रही होती है, किसी को वो आवाज बहुत कम लग रही होती है. तेज किसको लगती है? जिसके ईयर्स बिल्कुल ओके हैं, जिसका सेंसिटिविटी बहुत करेक्ट है. ओके, जो कम सेंस कर पाता है साउंड एनर्जी को, उसको वही लाउड साउंड धीरे सुनाई देती है और उसको लगता है तेज कहाँ बज रहा है, ये तो धीरे है, बट द साउंड इज गोइंग एट द सेम पेस बिकॉज ऑफ द सेंसिटिविटी ऑफ द ईयर्स ऑफ द लिसनर. यू मे फील इट, वन मे फील दैट दिस एज अ लाउड साउंड, another person may feel the same sound as low sound, or you can say soft sound. So it depends on the sensitivity of the ears of the listener. So these are the 4 factors on which the loudness of a sound depends. First is the amplitude, then distance of the listener from the source, third is the area of vibrating body, and fourth is the sensitivity of the ears of the listener. Okay, so this much you can read out from your book. Rest of the concepts we are going to do in our next video. Thank you.